camp and making a pressure.
Keenan Allen is out.
Yeah, for the season. So unfortunate. It's the second time.
Now you got to stop Danny Woodhead.
Yeah. Falcons at the Raiders. The other 425 game.
The Raiders.
Falcons put up a good contest against the Bucs, man, but the Bucs just shoot out and won the game. And I'm going to go to Raiders again.
Raiders.
Colts and the Broncos.
Oh, go Broncos.
Well, now you root for the Broncos.
Go Broncos. Fuck you, Colts.
Broncos.
Well, hold on. Now I root for
I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding.
I swear to God, there was this Super Bowl that just happened. I rooted for.
I'm just kidding.
I think. I'm not sure.
You picked them.
I'm not sure I was rooting for them the whole flipping time.
You picked them.
During the playoffs, I think I rooted for them every game except one.
I'm just egging you on.
That was the game I didn't pick them, which was the Steeler game.
I'm just egging you on because I know you need this win as a division standpoint.
You're damn right. If you notice, I picked everyone that's playing.
Broncos in the blowout. That defense, you thought that. I mean, Andrew Luck's tough, but he's going to get beat up this week. He's going to get beat up, man. Good luck, Andrew Luck. And I might have to consider benching you.
You're going to get hit in the noggin.
I got to miss my fantasy quarterback, too, man. The struggle.
Heads up.
Okay, the Packers at the Vikings. And you got an NFC North game.
Packers. I'm going to go with the Packers. Considering I've seen them.
I think AP's going to bounce back this week.
Well, I hope to God.
He's going to bounce back this week.
I hope to God anything's better than 3 points that he gave me.
And I'm going to go with the Vikings.
Caused me to lose.
I'm going to go with the Vikings. I got the Vikings in
by a big fucking margin.
And your Monday Stink Fest.
Oh my God, what a stinker. Carson Wentz against Meth Cutler.
The Eagles at the Bears.
Sweet Jesus.
You got to pick somebody, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and go with the Bears since they're at home.
God.
Yeah, the Eagles played who last week? The Browns? Okay.
Oh.
The Bears are a little bit better than the freaking Browns, so I got the Bears winning. You don't want to pick this one?
It's so sad.
It's so sad.
I'll go with the Carson Wentz-led Philadelphia Eagles to lose to the Chicago Bears.
I like how you worded that. I was like, oh, is he going that route? He's going that route? No, he's not. All right. You know who you want to add?
Oh, what a shit fest.
Week 2 NFL, Week 3 of college football.
The one thing really, though, we have yet to even discuss or get anybody's opinion on. We discussed it personally between the two of us, but we haven't really discussed it on here. Is your opinion, or what you think about all the stuff going on with the national anthem, with all the guys now doing all kinds of stuff, and we see that it's spreading and everything. I know me and you talked about it. We talked about it last night, and we pretty much agree.
We had different viewpoints, but we
pretty much agree on the main sense of everything. We have different viewpoints on why you're doing it and on how and everything, but we pretty much have a sense of camaraderie when it comes to the points of it that it's making.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to go into it a little bit more while we're on here.
Yeah.
Because since we've never have.
Yeah, it's one of those hot button topics, and like I said, the thing is that reason I really didn't want to push forward to talk about it that much because, I wanted to make sure that we talk about football first and everything like that.
That's why we did.
Yeah. So I understand everything like that, and I want to keep on going with the football and everything like that. And once stuff come up, it's we have to talk about it. And me and Kevin had this good discussion about this last night about Colin Kaepernick. My viewpoint, I agree with what he's doing just because of what's going on in the world as far as minority treatment around the USA and everything like that. So I do agree with him trying to take a stand and bring some awareness to this and and get people talking about it. That's the main thing, is that to get people talking about it. Now, as far as when he went on to wear the socks for the police, now listen, I know there are some bad police out there, and people of minority color don't really trust the cops. I can say that as a black guy. I have some doubts that I don't really trust the cops. But I'm not saying that all cops are bad people. I've been pulled by cops and I comply and do what I have to do. I don't make a big deal about it. If I get pulled over, I get a ticket and handle it accordingly and everything like that. But for the most part, there are some things that need to be changed within, the police and, the everything that's going on, but also within the minorities as well, too, how we comply and act and everything like that. So we all have to change and everything like that. So this is bringing it to the point where people need to talk about this. And the reason is it's bringing up a divide right now. And it needs to be discussed. People need to have their opinions, talk about it, and bring this to the light and see what's going on. So with Colin Kaepernick taking a knee in a national anthem, my grandfather and my deceased uncle was served military for my deceased uncle served in the military for about 20 years. My grandfather served in the military Marines for 30 years. So I honestly, out of respect to them and to my buddy on the show, Kevin here, he was also in the force. So to some of my friends that is doing this, I stand up out of respect for them, and everything like that. So I do it for respect to my family and friends that actually served in the military, because you know what? They went to war. I'm pretty sure they was thinking about me at the time. They like, well, for my family and friends, I do this for my family and friends.
I didn't know you.
Well, I know you didn't know me, but I know you didn't know me, but I'm just making an example as far as your family and friends. You like, okay, I'm gonna do this for my family and friends because you're trying to make this a better place. Honestly, that's the whole point of it there. Even at the point where some of the guys that come back doesn't get the best treatment in the world.
No, we sure as hell
they don't. And that's the sad part about it, is that we need to respect these guys who put their life on the line, and I do it and everything like that. But at the same time, we got some crookedness out there. Among my people, yes, you don't know if you listen to everything, I am African American.
Hey, Cortez is black.
So yeah, among my people,
if you could not tell from his voice, he's.
I might have a Hispanic name, but I am all black, man.
He is black.
I'm all black. So
he's black to where I walk in the house sometime and I can't find it.
But
he ain't that black.
Yeah. But listen, it does kind of piss me off sometimes, the way that, police brutality goes too far sometimes. But at some point as well is that, if it comes to it, there could be other alternatives to go ahead and do some restraint. But at the same time, you have to make that judgment call where your life is on the line with someone that's doing that. So I heard a story about a guy that was in the military and who was able to be in a police force. There was a guy who had handicap issues and he had suicidal thoughts and everything like that, and thought about taking his own life. The cop was trained to talk to him and talk him down, because that's what, I forgot what his certain description was in the Army, where he was able to talk to mental.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so he talked the guy down. And so he put the gun down. And so two cops walked in there. And because he didn't shoot the guy, because he said he was let go because he had the 2 officers' life at risk. And it's been a story that's been going on nationwide, actually, for the past couple of weeks, that he took the right protocol, trying to talk the guy down, and they still end up shooting the guy, and he's making a whole big deal about it and everything like that. But it's just a shame that he lost his job when he actually talked the guy down from killing himself. He had a 5-year-old kid, and then he got let go because of that. Sound like a nice guy. He was 25 years old. He got the force. He served, the warrant term, and it was just unfortunate and everything like that. That's the story that you do hear. We hear more of the negative stuff, but we need to hear the good stuff about cops, where they did in Gainesville when they played basketball. Mm-hmm. And Shaq actually took part of it and actually got them tickets to go to a game. And the Magic took part of that and got tickets over there. We need to hear both sides of this. We need to hear both sides with the good cops and the bad cops, because it's a mix of vanilla and chocolate right now. It's confusion, and you hear most of the bad stuff because that what sells, unfortunately. And it's the same, because that's what I went to school for. I want to go into media, but at the same time, it's like, man, do I really want to go in this? Because we talk about so much negative stuff, man, and it's a shame, because we live in the greatest country in America. America's one.
Yes, we live in the greatest country in America.
We live. I know.
Florida. No, I'm just kidding.
We live in America, man.
It's its own country.
And we're taking things for granted. social media don't really mess everything up. To be
Yes,
honest.
it has.
And
Yep.
that's why I'm around on, and I'm gonna let Kevin go off on this. I know Kevin can clarify this because he take part in this, and it means more to him to stand up for this flag. So, and we had this whole discussion, and I agree with Kevin, man. So,
Well, I think I said yesterday when I talked to you, my biggest thing was it's not the action, it's your actions that you take after you do the action. That what define if the thing that you did to start it all was worth it or not.
Yeah.
So now, where we had people that came out and said, "Look here, you're disrespecting the military and everything. You like when you do this and everything. Look here, I fought, and a lot of my comrades, we all fought for everybody's freedom, the freedom to do what you want to do." Under the guidelines of the law. If he wants to go and take a nap during the national anthem, I'm not going to say anything because you know what? It's his right. And I went and I watched. I fought. Many people fought. Many people have died for his right to be able to go and to sit on his butt, whether he wants to. Now he's getting used to it because guess what? He's sitting on his butt anyway. So, but it's one of those things to where don't add me in as a veteran into this conversation trying to make your point across to people. Because to me, I don't care. I don't care if he sits down. What I care about is what he does with the platform that he's been given now. Which you gave money, but you're doing nothing else about it. You did one interview about it and that was it. You've done nothing else. You set yourself backwards when you wore those socks. When you wore those socks, sorry, I had no empathy for you when you wore those socks. Because like it or not, I know there's bad cops. I know there's good cops. I know there's bad people that work at one places. I know there's good people that work at places. It's everywhere. I know there's bad people that work in that play in the NFL, and I know there's great people that play in the NFL. It's everywhere. You're going to have this kind of stuff everywhere. Just certain people can't kill other people. That's the big difference. I've seen it in the military, where people acted one way, but then they did something completely different to where you're like, well, what was that? It's the same anywhere you go. We're all human beings. That's the bad part about it. We're all human beings. Everyone is going to make big, gigantic mistakes. But it's what you do when you learn from your mistakes. That is what defines us as a people. He needs to take this platform that he's been given, and that now that he has been able to give other people to do. Other people are using the platform that he defined to go and do the same thing. All of these people need to take the platform that they have been given and do something with it. If you don't do nothing with it, you just wasted it. And you just pissed off a whole group of people for absolutely, positively nothing. And that's my big thing on it. You need to do something about it to have this thing. But our country is so divided on everything. You have people over here that defend Colin Kaepernick for doing his right to sit on his butt. But you got those same people yell at people who have the right to carry their weapon. But those same people that defended his right to do what he does don't want you to have the right to carry a weapon. It's contradictory. We contradict ourselves so many times on so many different levels, on so many different things, that it puts a big, gigantic divide in this country. And that's the thing to where we need to use platforms that we have, that famous people. LeBron, here's a perfect example. Look at the platform that those basketball players used on the ESPYs. They didn't use a national anthem. They didn't use nothing like that. They used their platform as being able to go on live television and say what came from their heart about what's going on in America. They used their platform in the right way. Colin Kaepernick needs to do something that same way, to use his platform in the right way. Because right now, all he's known for is the guy that's sitting down during the national anthem. Still, no one really knows. We know why, but we don't know why. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There is no big description on why you were doing it. I get why you're doing it.